New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
I started fasting. Yes, so I gave myself just to do January 1st. Like in my head, I know everybody fasts differently, but in my head, I was like, if I can just do January 1st and have a moment with God while I'm off of work and
Yeah.
see how that goes. And it went really well. Like, seriously, like, I really was not fiending for food. And by the time I did eat, it was sundown, and I was like, I could do this.
Yeah.
Now, did I keep up with it day two and day three? No, because I went to work
Yeah.
and I decided instead I'm going to just fast, giving up fast food and eating a little healthier. So it's kind of like
Okay.
I'm doing a Daniel fast
Okay.
because around here we have fast food every Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, so on my end, I'm giving up fast food
Okay.
and just eating clean. I've been doing that now for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it does feel lighter. Like I really did feel more connected. Like how you would tell me, like when I was praying and fasting, that's when stuff happened. And I really do feel like God is like coming through. Like even abundance wise, I just feel like things are happening. I'm feeling
Yeah.
things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my little New Year's recap of my fasting.
Ow. I like congratulations, right? Like when I first did my fast, there was I don't know, it was just not organized. It was, my dad encouraged me to do a fast with the church, so I did the fast, right?
Mhm,
But I
mhm,
had no meaning behind it. And it was like, there was a few other fasts throughout the years that were like meaningless and so forth and
mhm.
so forth. And then eventually as I became closer to God and realized the value of fasting, the impact of fasting and so forth, I did a fast. And like you said, like you don't feel hungry,
Mhm.
like God really, really ensures that you're not hungry, ensures that you are focused during that period, your energy stays up, and that during that period, your only responsibility is to give time to God and is to become closer to him as much as possible. You're basically fasting your flesh, and to him, right? So what your flesh would normally say is that you're hungry, eat, eat, eat. It's like, normally you eat 10 meals and now you have to give up, you don't need to eat 10 meals, right?
Right.
So your flesh is like eat, 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 and it's like eat everything, eat McDonald's, Wendy's, blah blah blah. You don't need all that, so like during that period where you're like craving all that stuff, God really steps in and being like, nah, I got you, like I'm gonna hold you during this period. Just focus on reading the Bible, focus on whatever the case is. And I literally get a breakthrough every single time. My breakthrough is not like,
Mhm.
oh, I won the lottery or, huge in that performative type of way. But I mean, I remember a fast where I was praying, God was like, call your sister. And I'm like, I'm beefing with that girl. Like, I'm not calling nobody. He was like, forgive her. And I'm like, uh-uh. And I tuned it out. I kept like praying and praying. And I was like, nah, he wasn't he wasn't talking to me, It started being like, that wasn't God. That was my inner monologue. Like I gave excuses after excuses after excuses. And then I realized, okay, he said it again when it was so peaceful and quiet. And because of that, I called my sister, and it didn't materialize in like, what I thought it would be.
Mhm,
But that breakthrough was for me. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like, I don't know. And it also brought me closer to God and made me realize like, oh, I should listen to him. I should,
Yeah.
to him, I think it was like, oh, she is obedient. It was like, oh, she's not as hard headed as, I thought she was, or whatever the case is. So every single time I've fasted, I've seen the other side of the fast, and I've seen how impactful it is with my walk to God. So
Yeah.
congratulations on starting a fast. It's the start of the year. It's a huge step, a huge accomplishment, and just keep going.
Yeah. So far, so good. And yeah, it's good to just give up something for God.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
It really does make room. It makes room for Him.
Yes.
Hmm.
Outside of the fast, how was your New Year?
It was good. I came down with something Wednesday. I'm
Really?
telling. The illnesses out here, I'm telling you, it's just the enemy trying to get me sick. I've never been this sick in my whole life.
Oh, really?
He ain't gonna keep me down. I fasted that illness right away.
Ow.
Listen, no, like literally Wednesday had a half day at work. I took Taylor to go blow her Christmas money, and by New Year's Day, I just relaxed. I relaxed. I didn't eat. I had my like coffee before sun up, and then I just chilled.
Yeah,
So I was able to just rest and recoup. It was nice.
same here.
Pray,
Yeah,
prayed.
same here.
Hmm.
Same here. I worked all day Wednesday, and then on Thursday, New Year's Day, I like woke up at like 12 and was like, I saw your tags and everyone's tags of Happy New Year, and I was like, Happy New Year, and I just feel blessed to like have
Yeah.
made it into the new year. Like I feel blessed that God has kept me. I like when I think about some of the things I've done when I'm in charge of myself, and
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, I could have died. I could have, like you think about it, like so many things could have happened. Like us going to Atlanta, like if God wasn't covering
Yeah,
us, like we could have been robbed. We could have like,
literally.
you hear these crazy stories and you never think it's gonna happen to you. But I think to myself, like if we were solely in charge of ourselves without God's hands on our lives, like we could have been on the first 48, like anything.
Oh yeah.
It's literally only by God's grace that I made it into 2026.
I'm telling you, there was like a song, I don't know what it was, but I was on the way to work and I was listening to it, and it was like, you kept me even when I didn't choose you.
Hmm.
And I started tearing up on the way to work. I'm like, not right now.
Yes.
But like how real that is. Like we talk about our 20s and
Hmm.
how we were pushing the barriers, and
Hmm.
he was still there just waiting for you to choose him,
Yeah.
keeping you out of harm's way, keeping you covered. But you have
Yeah.
to go through those, like, you got to fall, you got to go through the lessons when you don't choose him, and it's so much harder to get back up.
I agree.
So I this was this year being the first year of my true walk with Christ,
Hmm.
where instead of going into the new year like new year, new me, new resolutions, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, it's January 1st. Nothing's changed here. I'm going to
Hmm.
still keep serving God. And I'm not
Hmm.
going to give myself these unrealistic expectations of a new year. I'm just thankful that I made it through. You remember last January,
Yeah.
going through a breakup, no money, no hope, no nothing, just trusting
Hmm.
in God. And a whole year later, he has completely turned it around. Like I just feel so many good things coming. Abundant, like you don't even have to guess. Like I taste it. Like I feel things
Hmm.
coming. All the things we kept talking about 6 months ago,
Yeah.
they're coming. They're on
Yeah.
the way. So I don't know. It's just so different. Just such a good, joyful, peaceful time in life to literally follow God. Like it's so different.
And okay, this is weird, but doesn't it feel like cheesy joy? It,
Yes.
it feels
Like
so
you
cheesy.
corny.
Yes. I feel like I don't know. I'm so scared to like, not scared to say it to other people, but sometimes I feel so cheesy. I feel like I'm joyful for the smallest things. I feel like
Yes.
I'm not, like joyful for the for what other people might perceive as corny and cheesy and like, oh, so minuscule. I'm like so happy and so joyous about
Hmm.
it. And internally, you have this internal joy for everything, like just
Hmm.
barely existing. I'd be like, you know what I
Literally. Like literally. Like I'm telling you, within that last couple months, and I was like,
mean?
I actually finally feel grateful just to wake up
Yeah.
because like when you have a relationship with God, He's waking you up on purpose.
Mhm.
Like, how honorable is that? Like, you feel like you ain't got no place in this world. God's waking you
Mhm.
up. Period. And
Mhm.
now I'm back in the office, so it reminds me of how I used to be when I was hopeless and like thought work was just so drabby, and
Yeah.
like, oh, something happened, so it's like, oh, it's been a day, and this was the greatest comparison of how much I've grown. Is I was sitting there and I'm like, I've had the same week they've had, and I'm like, I feel fine. I'm like, I feel joy. It's not that you're not going to get stressed.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's my first week. Of course, I'm already like, oh, I gotta wake up early, but I refuse to let my mood overcome what God is trying to do for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm so grateful to be in a position where I can provide. And he's really providing, because if his breath is in me, then when I wake up and go to work, he's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to do it alone. I remember one time when you were like, there's some nights I wouldn't get much sleep and I'd pray in the morning to be refreshed, and I'd be refreshed. I started doing that because I'm like, God,
Girl,
I don't like waking up before my alarm.
girl,
But once I step out of bed, he's in control. I know for certain he's in control, because I would have already been depressy by now having to go to work.
girl. The way there's times where I only get like 4 hours of sleep because there's just tight deadlines and I'm like the only person in my department. So I'm doing everything. And there's times where I'm exhausted. And I would stay up late to like do emails and to meet these deadlines. And I will literally be like, God, please, I know I'm only going to sleep for a few hours, but I just pray, please give me energy, allow me to feel, replenished, allow me to feel like I've gotten 8 hours of sleep every single time. Every
Mm-hmm.
single time.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up in the morning and I'm like energized and I feel like I got my 8 hours of sleep. I'm able to go through the week. I'm able to go through work. I don't feel drowsy. As someone that's low on iron, near death, as someone that before I came to God, I was exhausted all the time. I don't even have my full set of nutrients because I don't eat meat. So I'm literally on my last leg on this earth. And I have iron deficiency. The fact that he makes me feel rejuvenated. I'm not getting
Mm-hmm.
enough hours of sleep. I'm low on iron. I'm no low on nutrients. And every single time I ask him, he responds the next morning like nobody. He wakes me up on time. A lot of times he wakes me up before my alarm even goes off. I'd be a little annoyed by that, but it's fine. He wakes me up on time. He gives me the energy and he gives me the positive attitude to go into work and not feel like
Mm.
people are in work feeling all like grumpy and like as if like life is beating them down and like they take everything personal. Like no, like the the way he makes me feel like so empowered and so like the world is my oyster.
Yeah.
Like nothing, everything is detachable. Like your coworker gives you lip, you'd be like, okay. Like nothing sticks to you
I.
because nothing matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's not
100%.
me because I got a bad
It's not,
attitude.
that's the main part. That's how you know he shows up. Like when you said you've got low iron, you should be
Yes,
feeling weak. So if you
girl,
don't feel weak, what else is that?
it ain't me.
It it
Ain't
ain't your high iron. Like, you get
no.
what I'm trying to say? Like,
Hmm.
that's how I know God is there. He shows up more real every day, because
Yeah.
I would get an attitude. I would get offended. I would be
Hmm.
annoyed that these people are venting and complaining. I would get
Hmm.
annoyed, right? I would vent and complain. And
Hmm.
this by no means says that like I still don't get like driving down the road. I'm not like go. It doesn't mean that. It just means that what comes out of my mouth and my demeanor is all from him. And
Yeah.
that started happening when I really started submitting to him.
Yeah.
Not just
I get.
believing, but like being obedient and submitting. So I love your corny joy story, because that's really how it feels. It's like I'm just happy to be up. I'm happy to be alive. To be alive. I
We
got the
asked.
king on my side.
There was a work meeting and it was like, it was near Thanksgiving and everyone was like, what are you grateful for? And my corny self was like, I'm grateful to make it a whole year. I'm grateful to be alive. Everyone's like, I'm grateful for my wife, my kids.
Grateful for breath in my lungs. Like,
I'm over
you're
here like,
good.
I'm
Like,
grateful to.
it's good though, because it's not
Yeah.
like, it's not even life itself. Like me and you both have said,
No.
earth is ghetto, life is ghetto. Like we're
Yeah.
ready to go be with Jesus. It's
Yeah.
that God is breathing through us,
Yeah.
and he has predetermined a calling on your life.
Yeah.
That's like, doesn't everybody want to feel valuable? Like, don't you
Yeah.
want to show up to work and somebody actually see the work you're doing, pay
Hmm.
you what you're worth, and
Hmm.
actually give you a compliment like you're amazing and we need you?
Yeah.
God's already done that. So that's why I'm joyful to be alive. It doesn't mean everything in life is joyful,
Yeah.
but God wants me here. He needs me here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm done, he'll take me home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where I can not be in this mess, but I'm glad to be here because he wants me here.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yes, girl.
I totally agree. So as the New Year's comes, right?
Hmm.
Are you, did you, I know you said, I think you said last time that you normally don't set goals or you set goals, but this year you're going to do it differently. Is there
Hmm.
anything that you're asking God for in 2026?
Yes. That's a
Okay.
great, yeah, great point. Like, not setting goals, but I'm setting more like priorities, like
Okay.
more like not goals, but God, just show me obedience. Like, show me what you want me to do. So,
Mm-hmm.
even for, I'm pretty certain, we talk about this all the time, that one of my callings is being artistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
all I'm asking God to do is just move through me so
Mm-hmm.
that I can put out what He wants me to put out. And
Yeah.
I can't necessarily set a goal because I feel like goals have timelines, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, it's I know I'm going to follow that if that's what he has for me. So it's more like my resolutions or my priorities are just asking him to show up where he wants me to be obedient and
Yeah.
surrendering
Yeah.
because that's his timeline. So like surrendering timelines.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I already got to be to work on time. I know that. Yeah. so I'm not going to be on rushing God's time. So that's really it. And I'm telling you, when I tell you he did show up, like I'm trying to tell you, this man, he just wants you to surrender and believe in him. Like I hadn't posted in probably a month or a little over a month, right? Taking my little brain break, as you can say, because I've realized I'm not a production artist.
Mm-hmm.
I am a voice artist. Like I want this to be for life. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want it to be mass produced. So I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
find my flow in that. I posted on New Year's Eve. I've been posting 3 days in a row. Not even any type of content with any kind of crazy meaning, just a good little song, 3 second post. And
Mm-hmm.
they have gotten astronomical more views than any of my posts that I consistently was posting after I was telling God, like, you just use me. However you want to use me, do it. Do it. And I'm like, this ain't me. This isn't my posting and being consistent. This is God and God's time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was firsthand. I'm like, okay, you tell me to do it, I'm gonna post. And when I do it, when you want me to do it, it goes crazy. So that was that. That was my first hand, like, oh yeah, God's in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Practicing God's timing. That's it. That's my
Okay.
resolution.